Welcome to Istanbul. I'm more excited than a camel on hump day to welcome you to this beautiful city, the only city in the world that sits on two continents. That's right, Europe and Asia are having a little land-sharing agreement right here. This place is absolutely amazing. We're talking ancient history, delicious food, and enough culture to make your head spin faster than a whirling dervish. Today, I'm taking you through the top 10 things to do, see, experience, and eat in this mesmerizing city. We're talking must-dos, must-sees, and most importantly, must-eats in this incredible city. Get ready to loosen your belts and be amazed because Istanbul is serving up a feast for the senses. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll be itching to book your ticket. Let's go! That's right, you could be living it up in Istanbul just like me. First up, we're kicking it off with the big kahuna, the Hagia Sophia. It looks good for being over 1,500 years old. Note to self, update my wellness regimen. If buildings could talk, Hagia Sophia would have a podcast with millions of listeners. Seriously, this building has seen it all. It started as a church, got a makeover and became a mosque, then chilled out for a while as a museum, and now it's back to being a mosque. Talk about commitment issues. Imagine walking through those massive doors and feeling the weight of history on your shoulders. The dome, oh man, the dome. It's so huge. It was once the largest in the world. They say it inspired architects for centuries. And let me tell you, they weren't lying. But here's the kicker. The Hagia Sophia is more than just a beautiful building. It's a symbol of Istanbul's unique blend of cultures and history. It's a place where East meets West, where Christianity and Islam have coexisted for centuries. And if those walls could talk, they'd probably tell you some stories that would make your hair curl. But hey, even if you don't know your Byzantine Empire from your Ottoman Empire, the sheer beauty of the Hagia Sophia is enough to blow your mind. Next up, we're moseying on over to the Topkapi Palace, the old stomping grounds of the Ottoman sultans. Once home to sultans and their 300-room harem. Yes, 300. These guys knew how to live large. The palace is dripping in gold, jewels, and silk. Imagine strolling through the gardens, fountains bubbling, peacocks strutting. Man, these sultans had it made. From here, you've got a panoramic vista of the Bosphorus Strait and Istanbul. It's a treasure trove of history and culture. Topkapi Palace is basically a real-life episode of Game of Thrones. Expect dazzling jewels, secret corridors, and the world's most dramatic throne room. The harem tells the lives of the sultan's wives and concubines, and the sacred relics include Moses' staff and Muhammad's beard. Be prepared to be amazed and take a lot of pictures. Hold on to your wallets, folks, because we're about to enter the belly of the beast, the Grand Bazaar. This place is a shopper's paradise, a labyrinth of colors, smells, and sounds that'll leave you mesmerized. Imagine this. You're walking down narrow alleyways, the air thick with the scent of spices, leather, and something that might be perfume or might be air freshener. You're surrounded by mountains of carpets, glittering gold, and enough souvenirs to fill a cargo ship. You try to haggle for a good price, but the vendor just laughs and offers you some Turkish delight instead. You're lost, you're confused, but you're strangely happy about it. The Grand Bazaar is not for the faint of heart, my friends. It's a test of your bargaining skills, your navigation abilities, and your ability to resist the urge to buy everything in sight. But trust me, it's an experience you won't soon forget. Just remember, keep your sense of humor handy and your wallet even closer. Because in the Grand Bazaar, anything goes. Next stop on our Istanbul adventure is the Blue Mosque, a masterpiece of Ottoman architecture that'll make you want to say, Mashallah. This mosque is so stunning, it makes the Taj Mahal look like a garden shed. With 6 minarets and an interior that looks like it was hand-painted by the gods, the Blue Mosque is a must-see. And it's not just any mosque, it's a symphony in stone, a testament to the power of faith and the artistry of man. Just picture this. You step inside, and you're greeted by a sea of blue tiles, so intricate and beautiful they'll make your eyes water. The air is thick with the scent of incense, and the sound of prayers echoes through the vast dome. But before you get too comfortable, remember, this is a functioning mosque, so dress accordingly. That means covering up those legs, ladies. And fellas, leave the tank tops at home, and make sure to take off your shoes before you enter. unless you want to be that guy who gets the stink eye from the imam. But trust me, it's worth a little bit of wardrobe adjustment to experience the beauty and serenity of the Blue Mosque. Ahoy there, mateys! We're about to set sail on the Bosphorus Strait, a shimmering ribbon of water that divides Europe and Asia. That's right, folks, in Istanbul you can have breakfast in one continent and lunch in another. How cool is that? Picture this. You're cruising along the water, the sun on your face, the wind in your hair, and a cold Efes beer in your hand. You're passing by Ottoman palaces, ancient fortresses, and charming waterfront villages. You're surrounded by seagulls, fishing boats, and the occasional mega yacht that I wish I owned. It's enough to make you want to sell all your possessions and become a pirate. Or at least buy a timeshare in Istanbul. But the best part about a Bosphorus cruise is that it gives you a whole new perspective on this amazing city. You get to see Istanbul from the water, with all its domes, minarets, and bridges glittering in the sunlight. It's a sight you'll never forget, I guarantee it. Hold your noses and get ready to sneeze, because we're about to enter the fragrant world of the Spice Bazaar. This place is a feast for the senses, a riot of colors, aromas, and flavors that'll knock your socks off. Imagine you walk through the entrance and suddenly you're hit with a wall of scent so intense it's like a Spice Girls concert in your nostrils. You see mounds of spices in every color imaginable, from fiery red chili peppers to sunshine yellow saffron. You see vendors hawking their wares, their voices a hypnotic chant that's both enticing and a little bit terrifying. The Spice Bazaar is not for the faint of heart, my friends. It's a sensory overload in the best way possible. Just remember, haggling is expected, so don't be afraid to channel your inner Turkish merchant. And whatever you do, don't leave without trying the Turkish delight. It's like a little taste of heaven, only sweeter and stickier. Get ready to channel your inner Rapunzel, because we're about to climb the Galata Tower, a medieval marvel that offers jaw-dropping views of Istanbul. This tower is so tall it makes the Empire State Building look like a Lego model. Okay, maybe not that tall, but it's pretty darn impressive. Now I know what you're thinking, climbing, stairs, but I just ate a whole plate of baklava. Look, I get it, exercise isn't everyone's cup of Turkish tea. But trust me, the view from the top of the Galata Tower is worth every huff, puff, and bead of sweat. Just imagine this. You finally reach the top, out of breath but triumphant, and suddenly the entire city of Istanbul is spread out before you like a magical carpet. You can see the Bosphorus Strait, the Golden Horn, the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, the whole shebang. But the Galata Tower is more than just a pretty view. It's a symbol of Istanbul's rich history and resilience. So, if you're looking for an experience that's both exhilarating and educational, look no further than the Galata Tower. Get ready to get naked with strangers, folks, because we're diving into the steamy world of the Turkish bath, also known as the hammam. Don't worry, it's not as weird as it sounds. Well, maybe a little weird, but it's an experience you won't want to miss. Imagine entering a hammam, enveloped in thick steam. You strip down, they give you a towel, and enter a hot marble room to sweat out toxins. Then, a burly Turkish man scrubs you within an inch of your life. You'll shed skin cells like a snake. But it's not just about getting clean. It's a cultural experience. People from all walks of life come to relax and socialize. Remember, tipping is customary. Embrace the experience, even if it means letting a stranger pour water over your head. Hold on to your monocles, folks, because we're about to step into a world of opulence and grandeur that'll make your eyes water. That's right, we're talking about the Dolmabahce Palace, the last hurrah of the Ottoman Empire, and a testament to the fact that sometimes more is more. You walk through the palace doors, and you're immediately blinded by the sheer amount of gold, crystal, and marble. Seriously, these guys spared no expense. There are chandeliers the size of small cars, staircases that seem to go on forever, and enough velvet to upholster a small country. But the Dolmabahce Palace is more than just a display of wealth. It's a fascinating blend of Ottoman and European architectural styles, a symbol of a declining empire trying to modernize. And hey, if you're gonna go out, might as well go out with a bang, right? Alright folks, It's time to loosen those belts and get ready for a culinary adventure that'll have you saying lezzetli. That's Turkish for delicious, in case you were wondering. We're talking about Turkish cuisine, a glorious fusion of flavors that'll tantalize your taste buds and leave you wanting more. First up, we've got the classics kebabs, those succulent skewers of grilled meat that are practically a national treasure. Whether you prefer lamb, chicken, or beef, there's a kebab out there with your name on it. And don't even get me started on the pied, Turkish pizza that's like a flavor explosion in your mouth. But Turkish cuisine is more than just meat and bread, though let's be honest, those are pretty great. There's also a whole world of mezes, small plates of deliciousness that are perfect for sharing. Or not, I won't judge. And of course, no trip to Istanbul would be complete without indulging in some sweet treats. We're talking baklava, that sticky, nutty, syrupy pastry that's like a party in your mouth. Just be prepared to gain a few pounds, because Turkish cuisine is not for the faint of heart or stomach. Well, folks, there you have it, our whirlwind tour of Istanbul, a city that's full of surprises, delights, and enough history to make your head spin. From the ancient wonders of the Hagia Sophia to the fragrant spices of the Spice Bazaar, Istanbul is a feast for the senses and a journey for the soul. So what are you waiting for? Book that ticket, pack your bags, and get ready to experience the magic of Istanbul for yourself. And hey, before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more travel shenanigans, and let me know in the comments below which Istanbul experience you're most excited about. Until our next adventure.